Hey everyone, it's Via and welcome to my third and final Slytherin bullet journal video. Over the month of February, I have been creating these spreads underneath this theme, and I'm actually really sad that this is my last one. I'm not personally Slytherin, but I absolutely love the aesthetic. Green is my favorite color, and I think snakes are actually really cool, so I am a little sad to see this go. But this spread turned out so cool, so I hope you guys like this video. I am working currently on my students and alumni page, which is actually just 2 alumni because I ended up knowing way less Slytherin than I thought. I actually thought most of my friends were Slytherin, but they all changed to either Hufflepuff or Gryffindor. So now I just have 2 people that I'm featuring, but that is totally okay. They're both super cool, so they get to shine on their own in this spread. And I'm just starting out by taking a Crayola super tip and writing Slytherin in a very clean cursive on a piece of brown paper bag that I tore out to match the length of the side of my notebook. And on the other one, I'm going to write students, and then I'm going to glue those on with a piece of patterned green paper underneath along the edge to add dimension. As you can probably tell, I actually drew the grid pattern on this paper myself because I wanted it to match the same color green that I had used in my previous spread, and I also don't really like spending money on a ton of expensive paper when I have lots of paper at home that I can use and modify myself. However, the gel pen did leak a little bit, so I do have to go through the process of just like trying to find the best parts of it that I could use that don't look too messy. Since I was gluing so much paper to the pages, I did let it dry for a bit underneath some heavy books, but as soon as it was ready, I got out my watercolors and started painting in the alumni of Slytherin. I had already mixed some green for some of my other spreads, but if you haven't watched those, this is basically just a mixture of a regular emerald green, some brown, and some navy blue to get kind of that deep, earthy green that Slytherin is known for. I also already drew in the figures in pencil because that always takes me so long and I end up having to take lots of breaks, come back to it since I haven't had a ton of practice recently drawing people. I used to draw people all the time when I was in middle school and high school, but then after about my junior year of high school, I just kind of stopped. So it's been a couple of years that I've consistently drawn people, which is why I would prefer not to draw them on camera just yet. Hopefully I will get better soon and be more confident in my abilities, but I took maybe 2 days to draw just these 2 people, so that was a long time. While the first one was drying, I decided to get started on the second one as the colors were bleeding in the first one, and I wanted to give it some time before I added some more color just so that it didn't get too muddy. For this one, it was actually a lot quicker because I was using lighter colors for the shirt and the jeans, and so it just went super fast. Kind of embarrassing to admit this now after you guys already know how I spent forever drawing these, but I have the most trouble drawing feet. I think they're honestly even harder to draw than hands for me, but I could not make them proportionate for the life of me. Now that the hard part is over, I can get straight to outlining, which is my favorite part because I love watching how everything just comes together when you pull in those details and finalize the outline. So I'm just using a black felt tipped pen to add the details, including hair and the face shape, hands, and anything that I didn't directly paint in. As I'm writing the names of my friends here in Slytherin, I'm using a really cute and whimsical font, and I'm also staggering each letter from each other, which I think adds a bit more movement and almost makes the letters appear as if they're floating in midair. The final part of the spread is just writing in all of their favorites from Hogwarts, just so that I can capture their personalities fully on the spread. And now it's done. I love how this turned out. I think this looks so cool and it really describes my friends really well, which is the most important part. I'm so happy that I get to honor my friends in this way, and I am so excited for my next spreads. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below.